I guess. Oh, yay, it worked. Woo! Hello, YouTube. Okay. And then pike stretch all the way down. And go ahead and put your hands up. Squeeze, lifting up. Stretching the back of the shoulders. Come up here, lat stretch, side to side. Lean one way, lean the other way. Out in front. And swing the arms around a little bit. Side again, side again. All aboard to you. Let's get started. Get a drink of water, get the Apple Watches turned on, and we're going to start with some glute kicks, as always. All right. I'll try to keep us going on time, but like I said, my Apple Watch is not doing so hot right now. It's on 6%. We'll see if it survives. All right, so glute kicks. A very small cardio portion. As always, we just want to get the heart rate up, get into it. If you've been sitting all day, this is a nice little change of pace from sitting at a desk, whether you're working, whether you're studying. That's what we're here to do. Okay, twist. So for these, your feet stay together. You've done these before. If you've worked out with me, all you're moving right here is you're using your calves to kind of give you that movement, that little bounce, and then using your core, keeping the core tight, to help you rotate your hips. It's not a huge jump that you're using, but you definitely want to squeeze that core as you're doing it, and you can have arms going side to side or right up here by your chest. All right, now we're going to go into a wide stance. We're going to go down to a squat, come back up. Same thing, you can come back up. Wide squat, stand up. And then we're going to come to a narrow squat, and we're going to do standing bicycles with a squat. So one more here. Perfect. Now going into that squat, stand up, and bicycle. Bicycle. Squat, keep your hands up behind your head the entire time. Bicycle, bicycle. Squat, bicycle, bicycle. Really rotating that core. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Directly after the squat. All right, now we're going to do a jump rope as if we're jumping on a jump rope or with a jump rope. So right here, keeping your arms right by your side, elbows glued to your side, and tiny, tiny little jumps. Again, just getting that heart rate up. Next, we're going down to the ground, and we're going to start our ab circuit. Woohoo! Tiny, tiny little jumps. We're going to keep our ab circuit going, starting with some cardio. Not a lot of repeats here, so that is one positive. All right. Now, coming to the ground, we're going to be in a low plank starting out, and we'll be doing low plank jacks. So down on the ground, feet directly behind you, keeping a slight bend in your spine, and plank jacks. Tiny little movements right here. Like a jumping jack, but on the ground. And then we're going to go into high to low planks. Almost there. All right, high to low planks. Up and down. If you can, try switching the arm that you're using to push yourself up each time. So down and up. And if you feel like you're not having too much stability or you need some additional stability, go ahead and just step your feet slightly out. Right there. And you'll notice you have a little bit more balance. You can also take these as slow as you need to ensure you're controlled. Now, going up into a pyramid almost. We're going to come in with a knee drive, push back out into a pyramid. Knee drive, squeeze the core, push out. Push out. Squeeze in and push out. Now, going into almost a bear stance, it's almost like a tabletop, bear stance position. So your knees are bent. It looks like they're touching the ground. They're just hovering over the ground about 3, 4, maybe 5 inches. I don't really know. That's probably a bad estimate. And all you're going to be doing here is stepping side to side, keeping those knees bent, staying in this bear position. Side to side. Really focus on breathing. Squeezing your core. Holding yourself upright with your hands. You got it. Now we're going back into the high plank and Spider-Man climbs. Slowly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Work those obliques. Same elbow, same knee. 5 more. Awesome. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up those weights and do the arm portion of things. So we're mainly focusing on our biceps today. So we'll have our dumbbells here, and what we'll be doing is, it is a little difficult, yeah. Some of the movements are, but as you work on them, they get a little easier. So for our bicep curls, we're going to start with normal bicep curls right here. And then next, we're going to get into something a little bit challenging. If you feel your arm shaking at any point, or if you don't have dumbbells and you just have something like water bottles or really anything that is easy to somewhat grip and serve as a dumbbell, go ahead and grab that. But now we're going to come up, hold one at 90 degrees, and just work the other one. So single arm bicep curls with a hold. You'll definitely feel the burn on these. Keep it going. You got it. All right. Now bring the one dumbbell that you were working to a hold and give the other one a try. Normal bicep curls. These weights are 8, but they start feeling like 20s after like 5 or 6. Okay, now we're going to go wide bicep curl to narrow bicep curl. Wide to narrow. If you feel the burn, you're doing it correctly. Wide to narrow. All right, now we're going to drop them, give you a half second break, and go straight into crossbody hammer curls. So right here. Still working that bicep, but a little bit of a different part of the bicep. You got it, you got it. These are not meant to be easy. You definitely will start feeling the burn. That means you're doing it right. You're working those muscles. We love to see it. Okay, since we're doing biceps, we're also going to be doing our back, little pull action today. So go ahead and bend right over, and all you'll be doing is a bent over reverse chest fly. So for here, we're just going straight out to the side, but not 100% to the side. You have it almost at an angle to where if you look out, you can see your arms and your peripheral vision. Slight bend in those elbows, squeezing the lats as you come up. Slow and controlled. 2 more. And in the spirit of back, bend over, dumbbells together, come up and squeeze. So whether you have dumbbells or whatever you're working with, come up and squeeze, keeping them together. Sometimes it's hard. You don't want to move away from each other. It's also easier to do if you have a heavy weight. But since we're just working with our 8 pounds today, we'll keep it right here. And back to those flies. Almost there. 2 more. Perfect. Now come up and normal hammer curls. Really burning out the arms with these. You got it. Almost there. Next, we're going to be doing some some rows. Can't speak. Too out of breath. All right, now go ahead and bend over. Drop one dumbbell, since we'll just be working with one, or if you really want to challenge, you can do it in both hands. So what you do is you crisscross your dumbbells like this, like so. wedge your fingers in. It's kind of funky looking, like this almost. You see how I'm like gripping it? Just barely. Actually, that's probably not the best way to do it. Like this. And then you would just go here. So using both dumbbells as one just to maximize your weight. If you are wanting to go heavy, so actually my grip is like this. I'm just squeezing them both in my hands. But yeah, it's a little challenging sometimes. So we'll just work with the one that we have, and we'll be just doing more reps of these than we normally do. So bent over, and as you're squeezing, think about going back at a slight angle rather than just straight up here. We want to go up and back. So as we're pulling it to our hip, straight back. Like as if there's someone almost hovering over us, not on top of us, but from the back of us. So think about elbowing them in the stomach. Up, awesome. And one more time, but on the other side. So bend over and push back and up. Elbow that person hovering in the stomach. So at an angle. Three more here. Awesome. And to finish out our arm circuit, let's go back to those wide bicep curls. We'll have 10 here. And then all we have is abs. Woohoo! I lied though, so after our 10, we're gonna now bend over and do wide dumbbell rows. So act as if we have a long, almost like barbell here, as you would hold with a wide barbell row, wide dumbbell. So they're far apart, past our knees. Our knees are shoulder width apart, so our dumbbells are just ever so slightly past our knees. And we go down and we pull straight up. Same thing, kind of somewhat at an angle, but for here, our main focuses are squeezing our back. So those lat muscles again, down and up. One more. Perfect. You can go ahead and drop your dumbbells, grab a drink of water, and then meet me on the ground for our abs. Okay, so go ahead and lay flat on your back. For these, what we're going to be doing is coming up to meet our knees and then straight out. So if you can see, my feet are crossed as I'm going down and coming back up just to help keep my legs together. And I'm going very slow and controlled. Okay, my Apple Watch turned back on. Down, come back up, squeeze, slow and controlled. Down and squeeze, slow and controlled. Okay, next, what we'll be doing, one foot hits the ground, creating a triangle with our legs. The other one is going to meet our opposite elbow. So opposite knee, opposite elbow. Bring that leg straight out and then straight up, meeting our hand. So let's do that again. Straight down, crossbody elbow to knee, leg goes straight back up, meets. Here we go. And if you want a little bit of challenge, if you're like, this is just too easy, you can hover the leg that's supposed to be on the ground. Almost there. Let's do 3 more. That was 1. That was 2. And that's 3. Switch legs. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Other leg that's on the floor is in a triangle shape. Crossbody. Opposite knee, or opposite leg, opposite hand. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. And keep that going. Again, if you want that challenge, hover that leg that's on the ground. Almost there. Three more. That's 1, 2, 3. All right, now feet same position as they were a second ago on each one. You know how we have them on the floor, creating that same triangle And all we'll be doing with our hands is pushing up ever so slightly. We've done these before, almost like you're hitting like a little point on the ceiling. Just tiny, tiny raise up. So when you feel that tiny little contraction in your core, that's when you know you're good. Don't try to fling yourself up to where you're going towards your knees. Just think straight up. Hit that little dot on the ceiling. And if you feel it in your neck, that tension, you can use one arm to support the back of your neck as you keep that same movement. Awesome. Now, supportive hands behind our back, our buttes. And what we'll be doing here is coming out with our legs, coming back in. You've done these before as well. You open up your legs like a triangle right there. So out and come in, triangle. Straight out and come back in. You got it. So straight out and come back in. In a few seconds, we're going to then go into a twist motion. What I mean by that is we're going to go out at an angle, so go onto one side of your glutes, come back in, twist, switch over, and twist. So you're just like rocking back and forth on your glutes. And as your feet go out, you twist to the opposite side and then bring those legs in, using your hands only as support. That shouldn't be all the pressure back there in your wrist. They're just there for support. So if you remove your hands, you can still do the movement without them. 3 more. Awesome. Now we have a baby tiny bit of obliques. Nothing crazy, and everyone's always like, oh, the side planks. We're not doing any side planks, don't worry. So for this section, all we're doing is laying down. These are like our little mermaids. These are fun. You're just ever so slightly raising up until you feel that squeeze in your obliques. And for these, you can have one hand out to the side and have one hand here squeezing. For me, I feel like it's easier when I create like an O with my hands and then bring the elbow that's closest to the ceiling when I bring it straight to my side. So I'm like jabbing my hip. 2 more. 1 for good luck. I'm kidding. We don't need luck. All right, same thing the other side. So again, it helps me and it could help you if you create that O and then think like jab into your hip, but you're not trying to like fling your body up. It's just like a tiny little movement just so you feel that in the obliques. So right there, as you can see. And if you need to, you can put one arm out front for that support. If you feel like you're like rocking all over the place, that's okay. And let's do 5 more right here. That's 1. Awesome. And grab our weight to finish out this part of our core. So what we'll be doing here is almost like an around the world type movement. So we have here, come to the side, and we're going to twist. So around our head and twist. Squeezing that core, taking it slow as controlled as we need to. If you want to add some additional movement, what was that? I don't know. Where does that sound come from? I don't know, but I like it. Anyway, around the head, you come down, twist, and then you go into a little seated squat if you are really feeling yourself. Here, and then again, seated squat. That's usually a movement that we do in lower body days, but you can add it in. You're feeling like you're ready for a challenge. Over the head, twist. And the whole time what you're doing to activate your core is really just squeezing. Squeezing the entire time, like you're trying to flex. Imagine someone trying to take a picture of you and you want to look like you have an 8-pack. Squeeze the entire time. One more time here. Perfect. Alrighty, now we're going to do some fun little, almost like, I don't want to say Pilates movements because everyone's always like, that's not Pilates. It's not exactly Pilates. It's just a more challenging type of ab movement that we're going to be doing. So kind of like we were in the beginning, how we were in those like triangle type things. It's the same thing, except what we'll be doing here is still doing a plank a little bit higher. And then when we're going to come back, we're going to sit back. So we're going to spread our knees out and push back, keeping that back completely straight. Almost like a rocket ship. If you need to, if you have pressure on your knees, take a step a little bit further out with your feet. Sit back. And then what we can do next is add some twist to it. So as we're coming back, we twist our feet. So depending on what side we're going to sit on, we are going to twist our feet opposite. So my feet are going to the back, my booty is coming to the front. Feet going to the front, booty's going to the back. And go back to those normal ones. Straight down the middle. When we're here, now hold a plank to finish it out strong. You got it. I would say let's hold it for a minute, but my watch is dead, so we're just gonna hold it. That died so quickly. It came to life for like 3 seconds and then boom, dead. You can do some plank dips if you want. You can do some low plank spider climbers, plank saws. You can do some up and downs. I don't really know what to call these, but they definitely work your core. Like push back a little bit in your shoulders. Okay, 10, 9, let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, amazing job. Give yourself a little round of applause right there. Go ahead and just stretch it out to finish it off. Surprised my hip didn't just pop right there. I thought it was going to. Stretch, arm across your chest. Stretch again. Amazing job. If you followed along, if you did not, I'm so glad you came. Even if you don't feel like working out, it's great having you here. And plus, if you're like, well, maybe I want to work out later, then you have ideas for your next workout. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Turn this light back on. But that was fun. Looks like it's gonna rain. I can't really tell. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, attempt it. My hair is now super crazy. It always gets so hot in this room because there's not a fan. And the fan that I do have is kind of loud, so I'm not gonna put that on anyone. See, my hair's like, I actually kind of gave it some volume. I did this like little trick that I saw on TikTok, I think it was, and this girl like put her hair up and then she curled the end of it, put it in these curlers, and it was just like stunning. So I tried that little hair technique on, I think it was Friday. Like I tried it before and then I tried it again, but like I held it in there for a little bit and yeah, like it actually works. I don't know if it would now though, because my hair's like shorter. Actually, I think it did it when it was short. Maybe I'll have to try it again. But anyway, I appreciate everyone that came and joined today's workout. It's a good little stress reliever, especially if you had a long day, whether it be work, school. It's always nice to get a little workout in. And it helps when you have someone to actually do the workout with you. Sometimes when it's just like you against the gym, it can be a little intimidating, especially after work, if you do go after work or in the morning before work. I feel like the most crowded times are in the morning, probably from like 6:30 to like 7:45, and then at night in the evenings, like 5:30 to like 7:30, 7:45. And sometimes that's intimidating for people. If you go into the gym, you're like, what the heck am I doing? So this is a fun way to not only work out from the comfort of your own home, but be like, I have some people maybe working out with me. Or not, if we're just watching for fun, at least you're taking away some ideas. Because I know not everyone's always in the mood to work out. So it's just nice to be like, okay, that's a cool ab move. That looks hard. I'll try that when I'm actually feeling it. You're not going to be feeling it 100% of the time, but if you try it at least, set a goal to get your body moving, step outside your comfort zone 3 times a week, like you will be so proud of where you are in the next month to come. So might as well try something different. And then if you are interested in working out at home or just starting your journey, you don't have a gym membership yet, but you want to do a little something here and there, you can get workout gear from Amazon. You can get stuff on, really anywhere, like home goods stores. I know Dick's Sporting Goods, usually how to get them on stuff, Academy. There's this other really big sporting goods store that I can't remember the name of. It's huge, and they have like canoes. Like it's like an outdoor store. I can't remember the name of it though. There's a huge one in Frisco. It's by Nebraska Furniture Mart. I don't know if anyone's like, yeah, I know that area. Anyway, it's awesome. I went there a little bit during COVID because I was looking for like a ab bench, which I ended up finding on Amazon. And I brought that to my parents' house. But I went there to look for like adjustable weights, which I also ended up finding on Amazon. But I just wanted to see if I could find some in the store. But they were sold out of everything since people were working out at home. But the point of me saying all that is there's so many places for you to find like cheap workout stuff if you are wanting to just like buy a set of dumbbells, buy some bands, just something that can help you stay in shape and start your journey or continue it. Definitely recommend it. It's always nice and convenient to just like bust out a little home workout every now and then and join these workouts. So highly recommend it. Also Facebook Marketplace. That's a good place to look for discounted food stuff. But I appreciate everyone who joined, and we'll be back here, not this week, but next week on Monday. We do not have a workout for this week. This is our only one. So, but we'll be back for next week. So I look forward to seeing you next Monday around 5:55 for our quick little at-home workout. Have a good rest of your Monday. I keep forgetting that today's Monday.